guys, it's me Kayleen and welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a really long time, but that's what this video is for. So I guess let's get right into the video. Okay, so I haven't been posting because I've been going through a lot of personal things, and I wanted this video to be kind of like a sit down and let's just talk. I wanted to talk about taking a step back and really looking at yourself and just taking time to kind of just reevaluate everything and sit on everything and really look at who you are and if you're happy with who you are. So I took a break from my channel. I really recently just started doing my channel, and I started midway summer and I was like super excited to come to school and film in school. I have a single, if you guys can't tell. It's a great space to film. I was super excited to start my journey on this channel. I came to school and I realized that I wasn't happy where I was. I wasn't happy with who I was. I wasn't happy with the people that I was allowing to be around me. That being said, a few weeks into the semester, I found myself in probably the darkest place I've ever found myself in my life. It was a very hard time for me to overcome. I had many internal struggles as well as many external struggles that I had to really kind of assess and try and fight and overcome them while all allowing that to help me grow. I did it alone. I did in the beginning have the help of a few people, but I realized that it was something that I needed to do for myself, and if I was doing it for myself, I had to do it by myself. I hope this is making sense so far. While I was trying to get myself back up to a good mental place, I became very vulnerable. I hated being alone because being alone allowed my mind to go to places where it shouldn't have. So I just became very vulnerable, and when people see vulnerable and weak people, they tend to kind of drag them by the tail and do whatever they want with them. And unfortunately, that is what happened to me. A lot of people manipulated me, a lot of people kind of did what they wanted to do with me. And that obviously was not helping me, be a better version of myself and allowing me to get out of the slump that I found myself in. It wasn't until maybe a month of that happening that I was like, it's time to call it quits. And I kind of X'd everybody out of my life except for a few close people that I had. At this point, I still was getting help from my friends. I figured out that having people around me wasn't the best way for me to grow and for me to think on everything that needed to be thought about. So I didn't X people out of my life, the close people, but I took a step back from a lot of things. I just took a step back from everything except for myself and school. I did things that I never thought I would do for myself to help myself. I did things out of my comfort zone, and I didn't do that before because I feel like when a person says, oh, I see a therapist, the other person's like, oh my god, like they're like really bad or like they're going crazy, or there's always this kind of like stigma around it. Another way or another thing that I did to help myself was I bought a journal, and I just started writing. I love to write, I love to create. I started painting as well. I was doing busy work. Still though, I was in a hole because I wasn't confronting my issues. I was finding ways to kind of escape them and run away from them and remedy them, as opposed to really confront them and beat them. So after literally waking up, going to work, going to class, and coming home, I began to really face my struggles internally. Like I said previously, I live in a single, so being alone is never hard for me, simply because I have a space where I can do that whenever I please. So I found myself in my room a lot of the time, and writing really helped me pick out what the issues were. And I realized that issues were people that I allowed into my life, past things that have happened in my life, just feeling overwhelmed. Just wasn't happy with myself, and I wasn't doing anything to make me happy, and I was also allowing my mind to feel comfortable in having negative thoughts. I remember looking up sad posts, and I remember reading sad things and watching sad movies, as opposed to looking up happy quotes and reading happy books and doing things that made me happy. I was literally entertaining my mind with things that brought it back to being in a bad state. And I feel like a lot of people have done it before, but I was literally comfortable in being sad. With that, I don't want to say that it's never okay to feel and it's never okay to not be okay, but I want to say that instead of me trying to get my mind out of those places and be like, you're gonna be good, I was like, oh my god, you're not gonna be good, and just accept it. And that's something that nobody should ever accept. So after a time of doing that, I began to feel better. I literally removed at least 95% of the toxic aspects that I had in my life. Everything is gone. And I have never felt so free ever in my life. I feel very uplifting and optimistic, and I've wanted to help people get to the point where I got. I did this over a course of 3 months, so it took me a very long time to do, but it could have taken me longer, and I'm very proud of myself for what I did for myself. That being said, I am in a good mental place, and I'm very happy with myself, and I'm comfortable with myself, and I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. And you know what? I know I'm going to be successful, and just reminding myself of those things every day makes such a difference. I have had my friends now say, you look so much better and you sound so much happier, and I've realized and I felt that people close to me want me around them now, and before they didn't, and I don't blame them. I brought negativity into the spaces that I was in, and that's not something that I ever wanted to do. And now I kind of bring energy to wherever I am, and people have voiced that to me, and that makes me extremely happy. I also want this video to serve as kind of an influence or a motive for somebody else who's maybe feeling this way to do what I did. And it's okay to just say no to everything and focus on yourself and your mental health and your well-being. I come first, and if that means turning something in late and maybe getting yelled at about it, I'm first. People, they're just so focused on everything else that has to be done that they forget about themselves. And I think that that is something that happened to me in the beginning. I finally got rid of all of the negative energy and all of the negative thoughts and feelings that I had within myself and within my being. And I'm now a much more happy person, and I feel really good with where I am in my life, and I feel like I'm gonna be great. I don't want to make it seem like I don't get sad, because I'm human and I still do, and like I don't stress out, because again, I'm human and I still do. I feel myself in a really good place, and I feel myself very happy, and I think that is all I wanted to say to you guys. If anybody watching needs help or wants to talk or just wants to know what they can do to help themselves or just anything, please reach out. My contact info is going to be at the end of the video. If you need it, I will be it, as long as it doesn't interfere with my happiness. But yeah, so that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Welcome back to my channel. And yeah, so if you guys have any video ideas or anything you guys want to see, please feel free to drop them down in the comments bar below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.